We turn to the Supreme Court, and to paraphrase one court observer today, Thomas Jefferson didn't have an Xbox, but when it comes to violent video games, no matter how graphic, the government cannot ban their sale to kids because, of course, what Jefferson stood for also protects video games. It may not have been the ruling some parents had hoped for, so what's the rationale here? Justice correspondent Pete Williams is at the court for us tonight.
The court said banning the sale of violent video games to children violates the Constitution's guarantee of free expression. By a vote of 7-2, it struck down a 2005 California law signed by then-Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger that made it a crime to sell or rent video games depicting violence to anyone under 18. Advocates of the ban called them ultra-violent and said their graphic nature justified keeping them away from young children.
In the past, we've protected them from alcohol and cigarette ads. And pornography, and we felt that this was on that level.
They said the game showed explicit violence, often with women or police as victims. But the court's majority opinion, written by Justice Antonin Scalia, said states have no free-floating power to restrict the ideas to which children can be exposed. Besides, Scalia said, children's books are full of gory violence. In Grimm's fairy tales, he said, Hansel and Gretel baked their captor in an oven. High school reading lists, he said, contain violence from Homer, Dante, and Virgil to the savage murder of one of the marooned children in Lord of the Flies. Scalia said states have also tried unsuccessfully to limit access by minors to violent movies or even to action hero comic books. Today's video games, he said, may be disgusting, but he said, quote, disgust is not a valid basis for restricting expression. Supporters of the ban said children become aggressive after playing violent video games, but Scalia said studies show Bugs Bunny cartoons produce a similar response. The multi-billion-dollar game industry called it a victory for free expression.
Today's ruling by the court is a clear statement that video games are entitled to the same degree of First Amendment protection as motion pictures, music, and books.
In the past, the Supreme Court has said only a few kinds of expression can be banned, like obscenity or fighting words, and the justices today refused to add violence to that list. But this legal battle has prodded the industry to put more prominent labels on video games packages to advise parents on what's inside. Brian?
Pete Williams at the court tonight. Pete, thanks.